I'm issuing a formal challenge to Jon Zherka to fight me one-on-one in an MMA cage match. Okay, this is a serious and formal offer with a referee in an MMA fight. I will be following up via email and Instagram, and I'm formally tagging you in a video dedicated to this offer. So don't say you didn't hear about it. Don't go fucking radio silent. And if you don't accept, I will endlessly mock you for being a huge fucking pussy. I have two conditions. Number one, you will get off steroids and be formally tested before we fight to show that you're not on steroids. Number two, if you lose, you will stop selling dating coaching and you will stop selling your Date IQ dating course, and you will not teach dating anymore ever again. That will be legally binding. Those are my only conditions. No steroids, and once I beat your ass on camera, you have to stop fucking hurting men on a massive scale by pretending to be a dating coach. Okay, that's my only conditions. I'm 6'4". I believe that you are the same height, so we're evenly matched there. I currently weigh 212 pounds. People were saying you're somewhere around 250. I can happily come up in weight. You can come down in weight. We can figure that part out in the details. You say you're such a badass street fighter and all this shit. Well, I've been training for a long time as well. Okay, I've been doing Muay Thai for about 7 years. I've been doing boxing one-on-one. I've been doing Krav Maga one-on-one. And I've been doing jiu-jitsu one-on-one. I believe I will win, even though you claim to have all these scars and you're such a badass in the streets and all this shit. As long as you don't fucking cheat, I believe I'll fucking beat your ass. And it will be televised. And when I do win, you will stop selling dating courses. You're not a real expert. You're a fucking joke. And after going through his dating advice and his dating infield in a live stream today, I believe this is the only way to stop this fuck. Okay, because he's going to keep going on lots of platforms and lots of podcasts, giving god-awful, nonsensical advice that's often left field. Men are going to absorb this information and treat it as good dating advice and go out and do it en masse and get literally destroyed. Okay, and I'm going to go into in this video some of the things. I made a list of the things that came to mind about some of the dating strategy stuff that he's pushing that's completely nonsensical. Let me remind everyone that he's admitted to 8 lay count on camera. Last night, I hit 1,688, which means I have 1,680 more closes with females than he does. Let's play that clip where he admits to banging 8 girls total in his lifetime.
I'm 7 women. I've been inside of 7 women total. 7. Well, 8 maybe. Yeah, 8, excuse me.
So I'm going to go into his nonsensical strategy stuff in just a moment, but I want to remind you guys that we have our immersion protocol program formally beginning tomorrow, on Monday, August 14th. Today is the last day to apply. I strongly encourage you to go to the link in the description and the pinned comment. Check out the page to learn what it entails. And there's a video that explains everything as well. So in this live that I just did, breaking down Zherka's strategies and looking at his dog shit infield, okay, that got him his staggering lay count of 8 girls lifetime, he makes points such as, don't ever try to close on the first date.
So the number one thing on a date you want to do, never plan on fucking, even if she wants to. Okay,
now coming from a real expert here who's been banging hot girls all around the world for the past decade and have endless proof of that. On the first date, 75 to 80% of girls will hook up, will close, will have sex. 75 to 80%. He's telling guys, don't try to close on the first date, because if you do, she'll block you afterwards. Okay, not only is that completely false, but it's absolutely retarded and nonsensical. Number 2, he tells guys to not even listen to the girl during the date. Ignore her and act like you're not interested, aka play games.
You are not interested in what she's saying. You're looking out this way.
More fucking bullshit advice. Nonsensical. The girl's gonna lose interest very quickly and she's gonna think you're a fucking weirdo. Okay, number 3, he says go to the movie theater for the first date. And it's a great first date idea. He said that way you can sit next to her and you're both looking forward.
Bro, my nigga, the movie theater is the best place because you get to whisper in her ear.
Keep in mind, you can't fucking game a girl if she's sitting next to you. You can't vibe, you can't do anything to advance the seduction process. He says to sit next to her in the movie theater and make fun of the characters. And his example was to say, oh, The Rock is a homo.
Yo, Dwayne Johnson's wearing a tutu. This guy's a fucking homosexual and he's the tooth fairy. What the fuck?
Okay, more dog shit advice. Number 4, he says talk to the fat girl or the ugly girl in the group for 1 hour before talking to the cuter one for 10 minutes, is his words.
I always talk to the ugly fat one first, make her laugh, get on her Snapchat so all of her friends see me, have a blast with her, then talk to the hot one and have a small little, not a Hiroshima, just a little blast.
More bullshit advice. In a bar or club, your greatest commodity is time. And there's something called opportunity cost. If you are in there talking to a fat girl, you could be talking to an attractive girl instead. So imagine in that hour time, you're speaking to a fat girl, which is just fucking totally wasted, versus number collecting, 5 to 10 minute interactions, getting a bunch of numbers, any one of those girls, which you could potentially take home, and the rest you can set up for dates and close them later. He's saying drain your whole fucking hour speaking to a fat girl. Why would he say that? Because he has no fucking clue what he's talking about. Okay, and this is why I'm issuing this fight challenge to put an end to this tomfoolery. Okay, he's going from platform to platform, masquerading as a dating expert. Let's pop up his YouTube About section very briefly here. It says he's a comedian, he's looking to entertain, he's looking to push boundaries, he's looking to shock and awe his audience. Okay, and he's trying to say extreme stuff to encourage conversations around controversial issues. That's all well and good. But he also said that he's charging $1,800 an hour for dating coaching. $1,800 an hour.
I'm booked up and it's all rejected up to $1,800 an hour.
And on the podcast with Adam Lyons, where he admitted that, Adam Lyons is like, charge $3,000 for 15 minutes. Churn them through. They're not going to have enough time to ask their questions.
If you're overwhelmed at $1,800 for an hour, $3,000, 15 minutes, churn them through.
Zherka also admitted that he doesn't like 99% of men on that podcast.
I don't like 99% of men.
So he's giving nonsensical dating advice out in left field, does no idea what the fuck he's talking about. That's why he's only banged 8 girls, because his advice is dog shit.
I've been inside of 7 women total. 7. Well, 8 maybe. Yeah, 8.
And then he's like, I'm the greatest pickup artist of all time. I have the most skills ever. Meanwhile, I'm sitting on over 1,000 hours of infield, over 1,000 testimonials, and I have over 1,000 pictures with girls in hookup situations, many of which are extremely hot. He's banged 8 girls. See the difference? He's also said that you should say dumb fucking cheesy lines in Todd V dating fashion. So one of the examples was to say, it looks like you have pedophile toes.
I say your toes are like pedophile toes. They're so soft.
That's literally his advice, is to tell the girl it looks like she has pedophile toes. He also encourages people to plant guys or girls in the bar that are going to come up and say, hey, are you Zherka? Or hey, are you so-and-so? To try to make you look good.
When I had no followers, I would get my boys run up to me and ask for a photo. So my boys, Zherka, yo, I need a photo. And I'll be, yo, chill, I'm with my fucking girl, bro.
He says lie about driving a Ferrari.
And the best part is, you can get a nice red Honda and say it's a Ferrari and they actually believe it, these dumb
Lie about being a brain surgeon.
If you tell a woman you're a brain surgeon, a lot of them play along because it's a fun, playful thing.
And other fucking total nonsense points. Talk about Disney for 1 hour and then work Pinocchio into the conversation and say that when you lie, your dick grows, not the nose. It's just pure fucking nonsense. Here's a guy that makes a lot of noise, okay, that talks louder than everyone and acts like an authority.
Nobody cares about your 0.001% Drake. You
Judging his strategy, okay, when I know the game inside out at the very deepest levels, judging his strategy at face value on the merits, it's not even like the slightest bit correct. Okay, it's not even like a 1 out of 10. Like if 1 was like the worst it could be, it's not even at that level. It's literally going to push guys in the opposite direction. It's going to make them far, far, far worse and absolutely suck with chicks. His whole game when he's doing these little street pickups, he's like, I'm famous, I'm Jon Zherka, I'm famous, blah, blah, blah.
Watch out, girls, I'm famous. Watch out, I'm famous. Hey, girls, I'm famous.
In the one I broke down today, and we'll link in the end screen, that YouTube live where you can see more details where I'm going through all his strategies that he reveals, which are all totally fucking way off in left field. He says to the girl, he's like, oh, I'm a millionaire YouTuber and I live in the penthouse above the Hyatt and blah, 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 blah. And the girl's like, cool. Is that your pickup line? And he's like, oh, and he's just ultra cringe, fucking wearing his indoor sunglasses on the podcast, wearing his sunglasses even at night. It's really fucking embarrassing. The advice makes no sense whatsoever. Okay, I haven't heard him give even one decent piece of advice regarding dating or picking up chicks. He has no clue what he's talking about. It's very obvious. To a real expert like myself who understands all the details in the game, he literally doesn't even have the slightest clue. So I know he'll hear about this challenge. I'm literally tagging him, and I'll follow up with an email and message him on Instagram, okay, and on Twitter. And to all his little minions that are watching this, go fucking write it in his comments and link my video. He's gonna know about this challenge. And what I predict is that Mr. Tough Guy is gonna fucking puss out. What I predict is Mr. Tough Guy is gonna either ignore or make some kind of excuse. Okay, because I've already issued a debate challenge, and he's like, I'll debate anyone. I said, okay, formal challenge issued. I want you to come on my channel and we can debate. Radio silence. Okay, now there's a fight challenge. And again, I have two very reasonable conditions. Number one, as I said, can't fucking be on steroids. Okay, that would be unfair and it's not cool. And also no cocaine, right? I don't want him fucking high on cocaine while I'm beating his ass either. Number two, he's got to fucking stop selling his bullshit dating courses and pretending to be a dating coach. Okay, no more fucking charging people for your dog shit, amateur, newbie level bullshit opinions about how you think this works when you clearly have no fucking clue. And since you flex on every podcast how you're such a badass fighter and how you can beat anyone's ass and how you can fight lots of people at the same time, then accept and show me how fucking tough you are. It should be an easy win for you since you're so confident in your fighting abilities. As long as you don't pull any fucking shady shit, I think I can fucking beat your ass and then I'll win. And I think that you'll fucking be embarrassed publicly and you won't be able to peddle your dog shit courses anymore. Mark my words, he's hurting fuck tons of people. And it's going to keep getting exponentially worse by the day, by the week. Okay, he's blanketing everyone's social media with his fucking nonsensical opinions. And this is a comedian we're talking about. He's not a dating coach. He's a fucking dumbass comedian who's friends with dumbass losers like Fresh and Fit and Sneeko. He runs around with his indoor sunglasses to cover up his coke eyes, and he's a fucking huge loser. He's not cool. He hasn't even banged his 10th girl yet. He's not even in double-digit leg count yet. You can count the number of fucking girls he's banged on 2 hands and still have leftover fingers. Watch my video on the end screen to see me dismantle and technically analyze, which is a huge waste of time for me, how fucking horrible his points are and how fucking dog shit his game is, right? It's like worse than a fucking beginner student, and he's masquerading as a world-class expert. And most people don't know the difference because he speaks loudly and he speaks authoritatively and he lifts weights, so people just take his word at face value. No, I can assure you his advice is completely fucking wrong. You should be closing your first date most of the time. Almost everything he says is the opposite of how it should be. Real Social Dynamics was doing that shit too, and they harmed tons of guys. They made lots of guys depressed, suicidal, hopeless, frustrated, and living in pain. Okay, and Zherka comes in, gives you tons of dog shit advice, tells you to hate women, that they're worse at everything than men, that they have no worth. He calls girls bitches and whores, and he thinks he's so cool, and he wants everyone to believe that he's so cool. He's not cool. He's a huge loser. It's very obvious. The girls are all fucking cringed out by him on the podcast and in the infields. The girls don't think he's fucking cool. That's why they don't bang him. That's why he hasn't even banged 10 girls yet, because he's a fucking loser. So I will beat his ass on a live cage match. Everyone can laugh, and if he doesn't accept, I'm going to mock him endlessly for being a huge fucking pussy. So that's it. That's the formal challenge. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments. Go check out our immersion protocol program. The link with the website explaining everything is in the description and the pinned comment. Like the video and subscribe. And watch that YouTube live so you can see a full analysis of me breaking down all his shitty points and his shitty infield. That's that. Zherka, you can fucking respond via email. You can respond via Instagram. You can respond via Twitter, you can respond via YouTube. I don't fucking give a shit. But if you go radio silent or make excuses, it'll be very fucking obvious that you're a giant fucking pussy who just likes to run his stupid fucking mouth. That's that. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see everybody on a video soon.